Let's discuss Chapter 13, Section 2 on personal income tax. This is the income tax due for the whole year, what you'd be calculating to meet the deadline for that April tax day. Okay. Our first step is to find the adjusted gross income. Our adjusted gross income is the gross income, both from a job or a bank account, any income that comes in, and then we subtract adjustments. Okay. Adjustments will be listed as adjustments within the questions. Okay. The second step is to find the taxable income. So you're not taxed on every income that comes in. What we'll do is we'll take the adjusted gross income, subtract exemptions for people that are claimed on our tax reform, and also subtract deductions. Step 3 is we'll use the tax tables to find the tax amount that is owed for the whole year. And then sometimes you'll be asked this fourth step to decide if you've paid money throughout the year through some of your paychecks, do you have a refund that is due or do you owe a little bit more money? Okay. Let's start with question 1. Mary earned $22,840 from her job, $234 from bank interest. Again, this is income. Okay. She also had $1,209 from other income, so maybe a second job or another way that income comes in. Her adjustments were $570. Find Ms. Jacobs' adjusted gross income. So to calculate that adjusted gross income, we're going to take all the income that comes in, $22,840, plus an additional $234 from the bank interest accounts, plus $1,209 from another income, and then subtract adjustments. So these are all our incomes. And then here was our adjustment, $570. So if we put all of this add and subtract together, I have an adjusted gross income of $23,713. That's the first step of that list, finding adjusted gross income. Okay. Question 2 goes a little bit farther down that list. Raymond claims one exemption, and it's going to be needed for the charts that we look at to know that Raymond is a single person and claiming one exemption. His adjusted gross income is $36,840. So the adjusted gross income means they've already put all the income together and the adjustments. So that step 1 is already completed. Okay. He has deductions of $1,560 and $900. Find Raymond's taxable income. To find taxable income, we take that adjusted gross income and we subtract deductions and we subtract exemptions. Now, before we just start putting it all together, I want you to take a look at, there's 2 kinds of deductions. One is an itemized deduction, and we need to compare that with a standard deduction. For itemized deduction, they're going to list each deduction. That's what's listed here, deductions of $1,560 and also $900. So the itemized deductions total $2,460. The standard deduction comes in a chart. You can see I have it over here on the right-hand side. This is a chart that would be given to you, okay? And it does change every year, every few years, as well as the tax tables do change. These are the ones that go with the current edition of our textbook. Okay, so the standard deduction for, and this is where it's important, for a single person is $6,300. Now we don't get both deductions. What you want to choose is you want to choose the higher one because this is going to be subtracted from your income so that you have a smaller taxable income, so a smaller amount that you're taxed on. So in this case, we're not going to keep the itemized deduction because it was smaller. We want to keep the standard deduction. Okay. We also get exemptions. So remember, it claimed one exemption. Each individual exemption is worth $4,050. So one exemption is $4,050. Now let's put that into our equation. So to find our taxable income, let me write it in words first. We're going to take our adjusted gross income, subtract the deductions, and subtract the exemptions. Our adjusted gross income was $36,840, and that was given right here in the problem. The deductions, we decided, again, we can only keep one or the other, and we want to keep the larger deduction of $6,300. And then the exemptions, there was one of $4,050. So putting together our $36,840 and the $6,300 and the $4,050, subtracting, we get $26,490. That is the taxable income. And that's where this question asked us to stop. Okay. The next question's going to go a little bit more detail. Okay. Question 3. Jordans are married and filing jointly. So again, this information is important to know where we're looking for exemptions and also our tax schedule. Okay. They claim 3 exemptions. Right away, I'm going to take 3 times 4,050 because each exemption, remember, each exemption is 4,050. So 3 exemptions would be 12,150. And I'm going to label that as exemptions. Let's talk about those deductions. We can either have an itemized deduction compared to the standard deduction. So let's look at those itemized deductions. $570, $2,500, $7,840, $3,600, and $530. Putting all those itemized deductions together, I get a total of $15,040 in deductions. The standard deduction for someone married and filing jointly, so I look up married, and here it says filing jointly compared to filing separately, so we want filing jointly, is $12,600. Again, we want to keep the better choice for us, and the better choice is the more we can deduct. So we want to be able to deduct the higher amount, and we're going to keep that itemized deduction this time. So to find our taxable income, we're going to take the adjusted gross income, subtract deductions, and subtract exemptions. The adjusted gross income was $99,500. The deductions we decided were $15,040. And the exemptions totaled $12,150. That gives us a taxable income of $72,310. Part B says, find the tax owed. To find the tax owed, we're going to take that taxable income. So this is the amount that's going to be taxed. Okay? And we're going to look in the table. So I put the table over here to the side. Okay? Over here, we need to look up married filing jointly to make sure we're in the right position. And we need to find out where that $72,310 would fit. So over here, we have a range of taxable incomes. It definitely doesn't fit in that first row. It looks to me like it fits in the second row. And the second row says that our tax is $1,855 plus 15% of the amount over $18,550. Now this becomes our equation. $1,855, 15% is our decimal 0.15, To find the amount over $18,550, I'm going to use parentheses. And if I need to be over that amount, I want to subtract $18,550 from the taxable income. That taxable income goes here. $72,310. By order of operations, inside the parentheses is the first thing we need to do. How much above that $18,550 are we? I'm going to keep all the other parts of the equation the same and just simplify inside the parentheses, and I get $53,760. Order of operations says the next step is multiplication. So we're going to take that 53,760 times 15, and I get 8,064. If you don't end up with a whole number there, keep as many decimal places as you can. Okay, only round at the end. Our last step would be the addition, and I get $9,919, and this is our tax amount. This is the amount due for the entire year. Okay. We're going to pause there and we'll pick up again in a second video.